closing banquet. This is not how I imagined our banquet would be this year, but I wanted to make sure the boys get recognition for their great season. I want to thank the wrestlers, the stack girls, parents, and my coaching staff for making my first year an awesome year. I had a lot of fun. 13 boys we had in the room was a great group to work with. The 7 stack girls, Kaylee, Bria, Michaela, Kaylee, Jada, Abby, and Grace did an awesome job of keeping book for us and filming. Bria also made us an awesome highlight video. I also want to give thanks to the Trojan Takedown Club for their support, especially Jesse Grable and Dan Cox for their support throughout the whole year. I also need to thank Scott Snowball and Todd Henriksen for helping me and answering the hundreds of questions I had, making this year a lot less stressful. Season 5 and 15. I'm very happy with those 5 wins considering we only had 13 guys 7th to 12th grade. It makes it very hard to win duels as a team. We don't have enough guys to fill all the weights. Such a young team, and with the numbers we had, we wanted to develop our guys on the JV before we brought them up to the varsity. So it took us a while before we got that first win. It took us 10 duels before we finally got that win. We beat Fergus Falls 47-36. We did get on a 3-duel win streak, beating Fertile 36-27, Ortonville 41-27, Alexandria 34-33, with that Alexandria match coming down to heavyweight, and Tim got us the pin to secure the win. And what better time for that 3 duels in a row to be at home. We finished the season 3-2 at home for duels. Our last duel of the season, or in the regular season, we wrestled DGF and we lost by 3 points, but we gave up 24 points to forfeits, so I would count that as another win for us. At the team section tournament, we had a very exciting first round with Wadena. We got revenge on them and we beat them 41-33 after losing to them early in the year 34-23. To recap the individual tournaments we went to this year, the first tournament was here in Barnesville. We had 5 varsity wrestlers and all 5 of them placed. Hunter and Brady both placed 2nd, Tanner got 3rd, Aiden and Toby both placed 4th. Before Christmas break, we went to the Big Bear tournament with 41 teams competing. We had 6 varsity wrestlers. Just making to the second day of this tournament's a big accomplishment. And not only did we have 2 guys make it, Hunter and Brady, to the second day, but they both placed, with Hunter getting 6th and Brady getting 7th. After Christmas, we traveled to Moorhead for the Gadberry tournament. We had 3 varsity wrestlers placed in the tournament. Aiden made the finals and placed 2nd. Hunter placed 3rd, and Tanner placed 4th. The next tournament we went to was a 2-day Letterman's tournament in Central Cass. 21 teams were competing, teams from North Dakota, Minnesota, and South Dakota. We had 2 placers, Brady getting 3rd and Aiden getting 4th. The next tournament was the HOL tournament. All the boys wrestled great. We had 5 varsity wrestlers, as the rest of the guys were in Minoman. Aiden made the finals and won the tournament. Hunter placed 2nd, Tanner and Brady both placed 3rd, and Toby placed 4th. At the section tournament, we had 4 placers. Brady made the finals and finished 2nd. Aiden and Tanner both placed 3rd, and Hunter placed 5th. We had 1 wrestler at the state tournament, Brady Kroll. He wrestled amazing his first match, beating the number 4 ranked kid in the state 4-0. Then his next match was an uphill battle against the eventual state champ, and then he ended his season in the wrestlebacks. Share my most memorable match or tournament of each varsity wrestler. It was hard to limit myself to 1 or 2. So Quincy, your second match of the year when you wrestled 120 against Minnewaska, you had to really dig deep and you ended up winning the match 12-10. Aiden, it was your HOL conference tournament. You dominated. You had 1 pin and 2 tech falls to win the tournament easily. Dawson, it was your first varsity match ever. You not only won, but you pinned your guy from Bertha. Will, it was your match in the DGF duel. You had a great comeback and you ended up pinning your guy to win the match. Austin, your match in the duel against Steve River, You had an exciting back and forth match that you ended up winning 12-11. Hunter, it was your tournament in Barnesville. You were the 7th seed and you ended up getting 2nd in the tournament. And your Big Bear tournament where you wrestled awesome and you ended up placing 6th. Tanner, it was the section tournament. You wrestled the best that you'd wrestled all year. You beat a bunch of guys that you had lost to early in the year or in the tournament, and you ended up placing 3rd there. Jordan, it was the time you made weight for us in the team section duel. That was huge for us. You got us 6 needed points to win that duel. Brady, it was your match against Wheeler, the first round of team sections. You ended up pinning him after he beat you earlier in the year. And it was your first match at state when you beat that number 4 guy in the state 4-0. You wrestled awesome. Toby, your matches against Fertile and Ortonville, getting pins in both to seal the wins for us at home. Tim, it was definitely your match against Alexandria. We needed a pin for the team to win, and you went out there and delivered. That was awesome. I'm proud of the boys for their season, all their hard work that they put in. We saw a lot of improvement from everybody from the first day of practice to the end. I want to thank our 2 seniors, Hunter and Tanner. It was a pleasure coaching you guys this year. You guys will be missed next year. Both were captains. Both worked hard in the wrestling room each day you were in there. I wish you nothing but the best in the future. Hunter finished this year with 22 wins with 11 pins. Finished his career with 63 wins and 27 pins. Tanner had 25 wins with 8 pins this year. He finished his career with 61 wins and 23 pins. You guys will do great things in the future, and I can't wait to see what you guys do.
Hello, my name's Hunter Anderson. I'm a wrestling captain for BHS. Throughout my wrestling career, I've had 4 respectable coaches, and our program has seen many successes and we faced many difficult times. As you know, wrestling is extremely competitive, and it comes with many personal sacrifices. The brothers that build this team have developed skills that will ensure we lead by example and commit to our team no matter how much blood, sweat, and sacrifice is involved. So for the younger generations contemplating joining wrestling at BHS, just know that this sport will bring out the best in you, and you'll discover that your personal limits will be challenged and broken. I want to mention how thankful I am for the crazy moms screaming in the bleachers and the supportive dads that help us through the sport. I'd also like to thank the time and the sacrifice that all the stat girls take each weekend to perform a thankless job, so thank you. All my coaches deserve the highest respect for guiding young boys into men. Ending my senior year during a national pandemic is not how I thought the story would end. But for many of you, I'll never see you again. And I just want you to know that you've helped me and impacted my life greatly. My final message is, as you step on the mat next season and your hand is raised, I'll remember victory and accomplishment, but most of all, I'll remember the defeats and how I never gave up. So I raise my hand one final time. Peace out, BHS.
Hey guys, I want to start off by saying this has been my favorite year of wrestling so far. Just the high energy, everything, the family atmosphere. I don't think anything can top Brady's "This is our barn" speech before that one match. That really brought up the energy of a lot of things, and it was so much fun that day. But you guys are my genuine brothers, everybody on this wrestling team. Like, I don't think I've ever been closer to my wrestling team than before, like, this year. And it was the most fun I've ever had during a wrestling season. And I just want to thank you guys for that. That's been something I'm glad to be a part of, and I'm really proud of all you've done this year. I want to specifically thank Coach B for everything he's done this year. Just made me a lot better, made the team a lot better. He found a way to make practices fun. And even though I give him a lot of crap about his height, about everything, but I really respect him, and I appreciate everything he's done this year. I'm really going to miss him. But another person I want to bring up is Titus. Titus has been with us through all the ups and downs of the seasons. He's been coming in the morning, working out with us, even like when the school's closed. All the stat girls I want to thank, as they make us food during the days that we're hungry and crabby. They put up with us and do all the work that we really don't want to do, like keep record of all the stats and everything. But I also want to thank Brady for bringing me down to state, because that was an experience that I would never have gotten to experience. Just taught me how to play poker. It was a lot of fun down there, though, just getting to see everything and how it works. I thought that was really cool. Definitely one of the top parts of my wrestling season. But next year, I'm really going to miss you guys. And everything we've made this year, the family atmosphere, I hope to God you get to keep that, because that's something special. That's something that not a lot of teams get to have because they're so big. But like our tight little knit, our wrestling team, that's just something special. I hope you keep that all. I wish you guys all the best next year.
Letter winners for this year: Hunter Anderson, also receiving his captain's pin. Tanner Kettermas, also receiving his captain's pin. Brady Kroll, also receiving his captain's pin. Tobias Elliott, Austin Bullgreen, Jordan Kroll, Quincy Morey, Tim Wells, Dawson Gregg, Aiden Hulk. Our managers receiving letters this year: Haley Dunham, Bria Hulk, Jada Pepping, and Abby Wells. Congratulations to all our letter winners. For our stat awards, starting off, highest GPA goes to Tanner Kettermas with 3.74. Most wins goes to Aiden Hulk with 28. Most pins goes to Aiden with 14. Most tech falls goes to Aiden with 4. Most 2-point near fall goes to Brady Kroll with 17. Most 3-point near fall goes to Aiden Hulk with 28. Most takedown goes to Aiden Hulk with 57. Most reversals goes to Hunter Anderson with 18. And most escapes goes to Tanner Kettermas with 36. Congratulations to all of our stat winners this year. Awards. Starting off with most improved, we have co-winners. Both of these wrestlers made huge improvements from the first day of practice to the last day of practice, and everybody could see it. This year's winners for most improved is Dawson Gregg and Austin Bullgreen. Next, for most dedicated, this wrestler was always there in the morning, working out, putting in the extra work. He would watch film, he watched his weight very well, never had a problem with it. He was very dedicated to the sport, and this year's winner is Aiden Hulk. Hardest worker. This wrestler always gave 100% in the wrestling room. We were wrestling, drilling, going live, conditioning, whatever it was, in matches. He was always working as hard as he could. And this year's winner is Tanner Kettermas. Lastly, most valuable wrestler. This wrestler was a great teammate. He was always mat side, cheering for his teammates when he wasn't wrestling. He was one of our most successful wrestlers this year, and this year's winner is Brady Kroll. Congrats to you guys on winning the team awards this year.
Hi, I'm Brady Kroll. I was the captain this year for the wrestling team. This year was probably one of the most funnest years of wrestling I've ever had, and by far one of the most memorable. We had an outstanding group of kids this year. I am so glad that I was on a team with these guys. These guys, we were all close and we were basically like family. I want to thank the seniors for everything that they put into this program, because Hunter and Tanner were probably the two hardest workers in the room, and probably the two coolest guys you'll ever meet too. I want to thank those guys so much for the dedication that they put into the wrestling, and they will be greatly missed by everyone. I also want to thank everyone who helped me get to state this year and to make it possible for me to go to state. I want to thank the Takedown Club, the coaches, Tanner for being my practice partner for state, and just everybody for making it the true state experience. So thank you.
Hello, welcome to our wrestling banquet. Coach Parr. I'm going to talk a little bit about the JV or junior high portion of our season. So this year, at our level, junior high and JV are typically very difficult. You look at the fact that many of our guys are competing for varsity positions. They're going through a time where their bodies are physically going to be growing, which makes controlling your body weight very difficult at times. And then with that growing body, sometimes we're not used to our body growing, so it's kind of difficult to have body awareness and learn certain moves and things like that. Every wrestling program in Minnesota seems to be struggling in numbers, and more so at the junior high level. Really, we look at our sport compared to every other sport. Our junior high season is not separate from our varsity. Every other sport has a separate junior high season compared to their varsity, and ours are kind of put together. Our junior high season, we only get 2 to 3 events per year that are separate from our varsity or JV. Everything else is going to be pigtailed right on to the beginning of our varsity. So you look at our 7th and 8th graders and you kind of ask, how would they respond if you're going to be telling them that they're going to go strap it up with the football team and go play a JV schedule? You're not going to get a very good response from them. It's really difficult to kind of put that in perspective. Granted, we do have some control over our opponents on JV for those junior high kids because of weight and grades, but it truly is a different sport and a different breed of competitors when it comes to wrestling in our junior high or JV portion. So some statistics: junior high this season, they rallied up 77 combined victories between 8 different competitors, while only giving up 33 victories to our opponents. So we had quite a good season. Some of the biggest highlights of this season, particularly I would look at the 9th grade state qualifier. We had some great competition up in Mahnomen. This was one of the best opportunities for our younger guys to show their abilities against other guys that are their age and skill level. And we had a great showing. We had many guys make the finals, and we had 1 qualifier. To end everything, I want to thank the wrestlers this year for their hard work this season, to encourage them to continue building themselves and also their teammates. Along with that, talk to your friends, tell them if they would be good at wrestling, they should come out next year. We can always use more individuals in the wrestling room, especially with the small numbers that we had this last year. Think of people that could fill the role of a specific weight or fit the character that would be that of a wrestler, and encourage them to try it out. I also want to thank many of you guys for coming out this year, giving it a try, or coming back, working with me and Coach Brandt. I want to say thanks to all the managers that did stats, video, things like that. You guys were dedicated perfection, and your hard work really prevails and shows in the statistics that we get in the video that we can put on Huddle. I also want to thank the never-ending support of the parents and all the family members of the wrestlers. Without you guys, you fill the stands, you make us feel complete as a family and a community of wrestlers. All right, thank you, and have a wonderful day.
Hi, I'm Jesse Grabo, president of the Trojan Takedown Club. This year's recipient of the Hugh Trowbridge Teammaker Award will be Dan Cox. Thank you for your dedicated service to Barnesville Wrestling.
Congratulations to all of our award winners this year and wrestlers on a great season. I look forward to next year and building on the success that we had this year. Thank you for joining us and celebrating our season this unusual way. Stay safe out there, everybody.